twetu a wo se search o ba na ma o ba no feel say o ya be ma no
wo se wonye o yanko be ma ne to denden say ayi bon grace
yate
ana hende wo akokori
yate when Abdullah
sa wo muaze no
katafo no head of security was say if a fan raises a flag in a stadium and it is taken away, it will not be because we want to define him,
offend him.
We want to offend him rather, but to protect him. If we don't, another spectator could attack him. If you buy a ticket, it is to attend a football match and not to demonstrate.
There's a person who say demonstration as in a raising flag.
No. Flag raising a demonstration. Send a first 11 demonstration number for me. Now better raise flag. And the raise flag.
And the raise give one flag be out.
Oh, don't remember papa.
I'm gonna be nyasem.
Who be raise LGBT flag. Ewo kata wana born on heavy. Ebe we ase no maso be hebo.
Na on nyasem na can say. Say wo ye pe. Ye beba ne aba be you afrim.
Yes say I offend you.
And yes say I offend you. We can't guarantee your safety.
Because how for no money in sad no.
Ebia no bia fa wusu chemu wa sawa. No abeka say ne ko kata na e na obi ko bo mi pra mi dabi.
On pese ade betina kata ensem bi say ko obetimi abehwe a come and watch. O say wo to take it self abehwe ball. One must have a demonstrative flag na ade. E wo peja.
Dem mo betimi raise wo kro mu flag.
Ghana flag na dem.
But LGBT for flag there.
Hey, prezo. Ara fona mama who say
ara fona me so
ade omon pe what's on betanji the when 20 for
28 days now the baby bobo no
into betanji we you ade omon pe prezo
it is a we are gay, we are lesbian, we are bisexual, transsexual, bisexual, queersexual shebo no TV
no sa screen no and come here obi we ya good ya na akoche ni
ahwe sum kwa
udi agosom do ko se bia wie su so ma obi fili die wom kasa o de nya agudi o ta kom en fa LGBT ni nko ho ne ko bia wie su so mo ni ansai
what they say
president na de kata head of security all kan no
omukrom so de ase yare bi din
o say kata ene Nigeria for say kata o man ko bi ne de
ene omo susa
asu omo be say me president
omo susa
ene Nigeria for hwie ni president you move from kata on enko stage performance bia na kuma wood for na ye maye no 1A and
stage performance
part man 1A
adena foreign any here
okay 1A plus do why maybe going to bring
why is foreign what fan na nim toli meboa wanka wanka hey what fan ko ese mo fan ko mo fan ko
Neat FM
yes
for you
know
prezo at a point in time I didn't want to say a stage I didn't know me like come on now plan say almost stages are dey we
say you Frank Gavin stage player or director
yes now me want to say bia in the reviving of Kumawood movie in Chama we say but prezo say yes no be say akwa ba biam ne bonsam ne be ko ne de
eti we ni yesu na ne bonsa eti
yesu na ye obuko to na ye dey ye to na no
eti de azozo no eye bonsam
da bi azozo ne ye falasifo ne bia
ena okohwe yesu aso
oyi omudi like exchange of words
ena yesu sorry board asum bi
da bi falasina di ka hwe na sum put him scripted the san no say see but asumo na nko yesu ye
ena yesu asesa na
ena yesu asore na yesu to na sa
a cheze masa oti medi nko asena me hwe obi za o muaze na edi no father side
oni ba mama side obeti ana
ya wakra eti yesu to ne nza
yesu hiti yesu we bi hiti pa wenye bible mu yesu ni bi
eti we say any boy na oye asofo senior na asofo dware oba So for you or bias and the difference we know.
Then not magic quiet me. That omunina bibisa say ebi I prank binya da dibi. But predo e chire na mekoti tinsem bi say enfofo mi no mo ko ankasa.
Omu ntokwa ankasa.
Omu tia da homa so omu mienu. Eye Salinko ene eye bebusam no. Omu tia da homa omu nka kora.
Nessa omu nka dada.
Omu nka wa bontene.
Ena Salinko anya no stage so. Ena wa fa wudi asuna so free.
Yesu mona dabi. When Yasumbo we are bechi Yesu I philosophy ne no.
Eti Yesu zuzu no refi the character.
Dabi when the character sam.
Ena wo kobo ni bi.
Obuso ma na sa kwasa ba. Yesu akwaba 2 times so. Yesu akwaba 2 times. Yesu akwaba. Yesu to turn aside rough.
Eti ehoro no mo free character mo.
Omo nyina unim at first no mo nya unu se bia. So who say Yesu I don't know say ono your friend say Panyino no Herod na hwan. What is your case mo fa no ko? Mo fa no ko. But after the eduru bi na say mo fa no ko na mabiem. No mo nyina unu say that bi I don't know ene enyan. Cause the way Jesus ni gina na oyi ni say free na say Jesus be kwa nkasa. Ya be no mo nyina je obi ansem.
Eti no na mebusa no onim say ade na wo ye yi. Essay scripture no.
Asay ni nyina omienu nyina say obi enyim de omienu nya asay no.
Eti mi hunu baby say obi tag me wo post bi mu say me nhwe na yemba ne Salinko ni mebusa na say
ayade o maye no.
Enti we yi.
We ti lese amafo say
obi awu.
Obi anu. Toro no kra ti say
obi ma me ho apra.
Obi ma me kra we sie.
Ye ma ni obi a.
Eti predo na de woman no. Yesu say o ma won bobo na sum sa. Nti Yesu bu afu.
Because me shadness nothing have knowledge of sin.
Yeah. If you look at lust with a woman, you have sinned.
Exactly.
How
if
do you know?
If you look onto a woman
lustfully, how would you know you've looked onto a woman lustfully unless you've done it before? You will never know. It's like asking a kid how does sex feel. The kid will never know till he tries. Upon what kind of textbooks and hodo. Who knew that to so be try. Same applies to God. God is like, hey, you are looking lustfully. I don't know why you be there. If no, true. Let's just be honest with ourselves.
Let's say Nyango look onto
good. Not we are not saying say it is bad for him or whatever it is. But
so
if
Nyango with me share ye guess he be no guys Charlie.
Offense is above him. Even if you think it's above him, even the official scribe be
Genesis 6.
And the officials need be and almost the end there almost to the extra. Almost to the extra mile. Almost to the extra mile. That one there. You get it. He has done it before. He has done it multiple times. You get the point. I always tell people, even with that concept, now be that knowledge is the funniest system. No one can be all good, all knowing, and all powerful at the same time. It's impossible. No problem, but that thing he can't, because if God is all good, meaning there's no sin, right? If there is no sin, meaning he doesn't know what lust is. If he doesn't know what lust is, he's not all knowing. And then meaning be on him. But if he knows what lust is, then he can't be all good.
So if you know lust, you are not all good.
Nah, the same Bible tells you, he who has looked onto a woman with lust has sinned.
No, but I can understand lust, but it doesn't mean I've practiced it.
No, you can't understand lust till you've done it. Trust me. Like I said, I was talking about sex. Let's say you've never looked at a woman with lust. After the way she maybe you say, what's lust? Let's be real. You don't know.
I don't know. I will not
you
be
won't
able
be able to describe it. As soon as you start describing it, you say, why?
That's why you be that. So there are certain things I also will experience it before you know.
Most things you have to experience before you be able to even talk about it. Most things. They say, like, Obisa engineer, how does this console work?
Yeah.
When the boy say, when you mean why are you practical? Same thing.
Wow.
Me can your mind for Becca very comment.
Yeah.
It's normal.
The concept of God is very confusing.
It's tricky.
Yeah, it's very, very, very confusing to us because the same God wants us to be united, love ourselves, but and at a point in time, people were united to build a tower, and then you confuse them.
He came to divide. Oh, that story is I can tell you the actual story that happened. It's not.
Now,
I know people who have shown me things. The actual story is a funny story.
It's not during
Okay, this is the actual story, right? Me try to say, me paraphrase the story. There was a man in history named Nimrod. Nimrod was one of the first sons of the angels.
Yeah.
If you don't know, I'm telling you, he was one of the very first sons of the angels. The difference between Nimrod, right, and the other giants that existed back in the day is that Nimrod had a sense of duty. Because they expected, say, the angels are teaching magic, they are teaching warfare, stuff like that, right? They were expecting every single person who learned that to be corrupted. But Nimrod was not corrupted. And Nimrod united everyone on the planet. A shock you be. Everyone literally respected this guy. If you can research this, Nimrod. Everyone respected him, so he became king. He actually became king. And he said he was building a tower to God is an anecdote to tell actually what he was really doing. He wanted to build an empire that was exclusive from the heavenly ones.
Okay.
That's the whole point. So he told people, he said, look, this is what the heavenly ones know. This is what I've been also taught. We are not as different from them as they think they are. So we can unite and live in peace without them.
There's a revolt against
but
against their over-reliance on the heavenly
bodies. So honestly, sometimes when I actually reason to it, I'm like, to be fair, there's nothing wrong with that. That's when you actually begin to realize God doesn't really want peace.
God doesn't really want
peace. If there's peace, no one will worship him. So there was peace for a bit of time. Everybody spoke the same language. Everybody respected themselves.
Pasted you God never
no, like if you actually read the original story, there was no building of a tower.
Well, that's Sunday school. Almost an Tower of
Babel. Right, the Tower of Babel is an anecdote. Babel means language. So the Tower of languages. So that's the town that they are trying to refer to as Babel, right? Later on, it became into Babylon, but that's a different ball game altogether. But Babel means language. You can Google this. I make sure I don't lie.
Okay, in order not for us to sway from the topic for today, so let's